The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a peek at them for the first time in this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Moving the pocket, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on the track.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pulls it in, it's Meyer. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Big fella showing some ability, got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds his man. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Odom. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. That's a great way to set the tone. You get the lead and you get a nice bounce.
And you know, Reese, you're getting the breaks early. Offense got the break, the tip right there, but those breaks tend to even out throughout a game. But so far, this offense has executed well, and they have the lead.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tremble. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trading staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying to establish the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
2nd down to the air. Left side, it's Johnson. And that one did not work. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Odom. Back's got it on the screen. Looking for the end zone. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. 4th, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
Motion from the back. Keeps it himself. Touchdown, Syracuse. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run him again. Got room at the 35. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Rides the option, he keeps it. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Bailey. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got him.
Snags it, and he's open. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Tough run here. It's Scott. Beck's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, NC State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. He marched 78 yards down the field, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Working the ground game. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They give it back to him. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. 3rd and 6 yards to go. To the air. It's Odom. Under pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Sells to fake. Rolls right. Fires to the big fella. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off-play action on first down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Odom. Got a man, it's Myers. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Selling the fake. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Long way to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Moving out to the right. Unloads in the nick of time.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
2nd and long here. The handoff. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Needs it. There's a crease. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The Orange call their third timeout, and that's the last time they can stop the clock. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide right, it's Robinson. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Back to throw. It's Odom. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun on 3rd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fresh center downs going to the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. Let's start with Memphis taking on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. 5 left. It's Robinson. At the 40, there he goes. Caught, and he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Rush is on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. This offense tried to go right back to the well or right back to the air, and the defense was ready this time.
And a great response from the defense. You give up a big play, a huge chunk play that you didn't want to give up. Don't hang your head. Now play the next play. Played it aggressively, went and got the sack. Way to respond.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
That is an unbelievable play, and I'll tell you, the defense, they just have not had an answer for this guy all night. He's already got over 100 yards in this game. Wherever he's lined up, he's getting open, and he's winning with speed, and right there he shows you the acrobatics and athleticism.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Douglas. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Quarterback keep. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
On the move. Got an alley. Got enough for the 1st down. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down.
And after giving up the long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Syracuse right back at it.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Sets his feet. It's Odom. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming. Syracuse will be forced to punt. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone, they'll try to follow suit here. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll pull it down and run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And midfield, he's got room. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down. We'll stop to check on him. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Left side is Scott. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking for the edge. The option, the keeper. He breaks a tackle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He's got it. Stop right there.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first three periods. So we open the final period with a third down play. Right at the line. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, the offense did not get enough. They got to understand the sticks. Maybe he should have thrown that on the RPO, right? It's tough. You got to read that really, really quickly. Now brings up a fourth down decision time for this offense.
Down and one, and they'll go for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Looking for running room. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Odom. Look out! Turns it loose deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Here comes the heat. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Quick give. It's Scott. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
He's got it on the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Swings it out to his running back. There he goes. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hart. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout taken on the field. It's the 2nd call by Syracuse. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Out wide left, it's Robinson. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting? It's a 1-possession game in the 4th. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Got it. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. He'll set up to throw. Left side is Stokes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw one first. Going for the big play. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Fires to the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Touchdown, Orange! Fitted in the window for the score.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And there was a little pressure involved on that last extra point, but he put it through. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
Making the adjustment. Red pass, it's complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the lead.
Looking downfield, it's Hart. They're all over it. Got the first himself. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. See some running room.
And coaches love having options late in the football game. They put a nice drive together, and those 2 timeouts allowing them to stay balanced late in this game when they got to have points.
got the first down. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Rush right in his face. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep...
Makes the grab. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Sets his feet. It's Odom. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Turns it upfield. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
NC State has it 1st and 10 to start overtime. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Holds and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They jump on top here in OT. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job.
Going for it all. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Moves the pocket. It's Odom. Right down the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Pulls it. The give. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Clock stops for just a moment. There is a member of the Syracuse Orange who is shaken up. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Cuse. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Drops back on first down. Turns up, it's Johnson. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. They'll try to pound their way in. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Syracuse, 34, NC State, 28.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He'll try to do it himself.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Right side, it's Robinson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. NC State now operating from the red zone. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to pass. It's Hart. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running behind that left side. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He wants it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this?